then, of course, waiting on the other side of losers' quarters is Knees and Fozy versus Team of Machette. And that is just... Are Knees and Fozy are they gonna run Lin Fei and Core again, or are they gonna run something a little bit more typical as we've been describing it for twos? No idea. Machette opening with the Nyx maybe, because we were also talking about Legends carrying over when they get swapped in between a set just into the next one, and sometimes they just pick it up specifically for something. We see we were talking about it, but VipR has Ragnar selected.
Yeah.
So it's not
everybody is like fully selected. So
at
this point.
that makes me think maybe the Koji. So now I'm just thinking the Koji is like either specifically for Blue and Simple, or because he's like, I don't want to fight two Ragnars as a Ragnar.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the two. I think it's more of like a player matchup thing than it is a Ditto thing. But we'll see if it happens again. Maybe he just takes the Ragnar all the way out through the rest of the bracket if they can make it that far again. Maps being banned out. Great Hall, Mammoth Fortress, and Twilight are left open. Expecting Mammoth, maybe Twilight. Feels like Aggz0 and VipR like to coerce people to go into Twilight with their bans.
Well, we have an Axe player on both sides, so they'll both be able to make use of those soft platforms that are on Great Hall. So they might not, like, if that benefits Red Team, that also benefits Blue Team. Twilight Grove, it seems to be one of those maps that like you'll go to, and then the losing team will ban it out immediately the next game.
Yep. Or the losing team will like,
or they'll choose to go back to it.
Yeah.
Like they'll leave it open and then it'll go back to there.
Well, Twilight Grove is the choice. Mammoth Fortress not feeling it. We're going to game number 1, Aggz0 and VipR on their classic legend combo versus Hermisen and Aerial. Aerial with the Sentinel, the only one that we've seen in tournament all weekend, and the best one by far. Downer comes out from Aerial, does not connect. A nice little narrow put Aggz0 off the side of the stage. We're already seeing Aggz0 taking a lot of that damage that we're used to seeing him take so hard at the beginning of the stock. Oh no! Man, just to make it back, just barely baited Hermisen to go over that ground pound. I swear that was going to be Aggz0's stock super early on, but he manages to make it back, and now 2 nairs on the Aerial makes up for that deficit that he started the game with as he gets another downer into a Sair, into a nair on Hermisen. Aggz0 just turning things up.
Oh, picking up both members of the red team with the D-Light into the Sair. Aggz0 again taking a tremendous amount of damage. This time Aerial picking up both members of the red team. Red team taking quite a bit of damage. Hermisen towards the latter stages of Orange tries to go in for the side signature. Picks up the second one and the neutral signature. Hermisen's Bryn is nasty.
Aggz0 and VipR now at the equal deficit. Usually we're used to seeing one player take out a looser stocks first over the other, but now Hermisen and Aerial are just doing an equal job on both of their opponents. And the neutral...
How are they picking up both members of the red team? It's been the 3rd time, maybe the 4th. I've lost count. It's been so much.
It's a combination of well-placed moves and VipR and Aggz0 just stacking on each other a little bit too much. Oh, but VipR's looking for those neutral sigs, trying to get that early KO. Aerial gets sent flying off the top, and Hermisen with that high gravity cancel down sig. The side sig hits the VipR again.
My gosh, dominating. It's been a minute and a half, not even technically, dude, and he already has 3 kills. That's less than 30 seconds average per kill.
Oh, see, Aerial could have finished off Aggz0 there, but he just wanted to give it to Hermisen so they can continue the streak, right? What's the notification that comes after dominating? I don't know. We're gonna find out pretty soon because Hermisen has been the only one.
Is it Godlike? Godlike is one of them. I can't remember if that's the next one.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Maybe it's Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. I think it's Unstoppable. Yeah. It's definitely Unstoppable.
Dominating
right.
Unstoppable than Godlike.
But he's shut down.
Bomber, man.
Aggz0 being able to find that KO onto Hermisen, but now Hermisen and Aerial are up a solid 4 stocks to 2. Aggz0 finding a little more damage onto him. Oh, nice little Sair. VipR and Aggz0 now pulling up the double combos onto the blue team. And we're looking to be able to bring this back. Twilight Grove definitely working out in favor of the blue team. Ooh, the dive comes out. Aerial taking a lot of damage, almost losing the stock. If VipR is able to find that neutral sig, down sig, something, picks up the axe. That's definitely the weapon he likes to go for the finishers on the most. And the recovery in the Sair doesn't work, and Aerial gets a little return damage, unarmed. VipR sliding off the down sig.
The Sentinel pick does have a ton of damage.
Oh, the down sig.
The down signature hitting both Hermisen and Aggz0, but Hermisen and Aerial are ahead, so that's absolutely worth. Off of that, it's actually going to be a team kill coming out from VipR, eliminating his teammate from this game.
Does that count? So, like, I know it's an accident, but does it count towards Hermisen's KOs as well if it's a team kill?
No.
Okay.
Like, I don't think you can get dominating off of that.
Really?
I don't think so.
I think I've seen that before. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe. Maybe we'll never find out.
I mean, it's labeled as an accident, not a KO, so I would assume that it doesn't even go into the same stack of counters that...
That'd be pretty ridiculous if you could just keep killing your teammate to increase, like, your kill streak.
For the announcer clout call out.
Yeah. VipR doing his best, known for his 2v1s, but Aerial and Hermisen...
VipR has so much damage on him, it's insane. He's against a hammer and an axe. How is he not dead yet?
Yeah,
There, he killed the next downlight in 2019!
Hermisen and Aerial are pretty difficult to fight 1v2. And there are some teams that we've seen that are able to really pull it out. And VipR was known as like the 1v2 champ based on what happened at BCX, right? But that looked really hard for anybody, even VipR, right? When you're fighting against Hermisen and Aerial. And they were showing off team, they're not called team combos, I guess stacked combos. When you're just hitting both of your opponents at the same time. They did it like 5 times.
Yeah, like I want to say that you shouldn't even have a name for it and because it happens so rarely.
Yeah,
but like
it didn't happen rarely.
He just did it 3 times.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's not necessarily even like they're setting it up every time. It's like he'll hit VipR and then Aggz0 will just like go into it.
Yeah, I'll just be there. Running back to Twilight Grove. VipR switched up to Koji real quick. Switched off to Koji. And that means that Ragnar's gone. No Axe for the red team.
And see, now we're seeing that option on Twilight Grove where the loser opts to go back there.
Aggz0 the Sares. Yeah. You're absolutely right. There's that silent neutral light.
And we're also seeing the character swap onto the Koji coming out from VipR. He is not on his previous character. He's now back to the Koji that we saw him play against earlier with Hermisen in blue. Or sorry, Simple in blue.
Stops Sarah, puts Aerial off the side stage. VipR's looking for that side stick to get that finisher. No early KOs just yet. Aerial going on a side stick on Sentinel Hammer for the first time. Oh, and VipR, I thought VipR was ground pounding. That was actually a slide charge down stick.
He slid that down the island, looking to pick up side signature coming out from Hermisen. Not quite as well placed as we saw the signatures last game. That one is pretty well placed, but is VipR going to be able to get back?
We might be able to find out because Hermisen just killed Aerial and got the credit for it. So if Hermisen kills Aggz0 and VipR, it is on a kill streak.
But he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. It's not
we'll have to try that after this because I mean we have the game client in front of us. We can figure that out.
Red team takes the lead. VipR doing really well in the Koji. Hermisen and Aerial tossing Tars. Okay, Tars been bouncing for a while into that pit. The shenanigans in the Twilight Grove. But VipR is still managing to hold on despite being on Koji. Not necessarily the highest defense weapon in the game. Oh, dodges past that weapon toss too. That even caught me off guard because Aerial was facing the other way. He just tossed the hammer behind him. But he still manages to live. And Aggz0, despite being down, stole the stock. That side stick looks so close to being able to take off Aerial. VipR finally loses that stock, but red team's so high in damage, and Aggz0 maybe being able to finish off Hermisen. He's got to be careful. Aerial going for that dive kick. No ground pound coming out, and VipR, that side stick just going straight under Aggz0's legs.
And Aggz0's actually doing a really good job not taking very much damage and also transitioning between I'm attacking Aerial right now, I'm attacking Hermisen right now. I'm going over to Aerial right now, I'm going over to Hermisen right now. But both members of the blue team were on the edge. No, Hermisen was looking for the double down air, forced Aggz0 under the stage. Aerial came in with the ground pound for the kill. It's 4 stocks to 3 right now.
When Aggz0 found the downlight, but got interrupted by the platform of Twilight Grove. Couldn't find the ground pound or recovery, whatever he was aiming for. And now blue team's ahead in stocks, but not damage. But they're putting a lot of damage on the VipR. Oh, still doesn't kill him. Aerial's looking for the stomp on the VipR. VipR taking so much damage. The VipR loses the stock here.
Oh!
That gravity cancel. Side stick.
Still picks up the unarmed recovery after the ground pound miss. Hermisen was going for the gravity cancel D-light into the ground pound. He wants to take out Aggz0 right now, but he's going to switch. Now he's going to have to fight VipR while he's in the red. VipR's going to pick up the kill. It's 3 stocks to 3. Aggz0 not really too much damage on this final stock, so it's pretty much even at this point. The weapon toss is going to take out Aerial. It's now 3 stocks to 2. Red team in the lead. Aggz0's done a great job in the past 30 to 45 seconds of not taking any damage. If he continues that trend, they'll even this up very quickly. Aggz0 just now getting into the orange. There's the sidelight onto Hermisen, putting a little bit more damage.
Danner connects, VipR goes flying, but that's not going to kill off the center of the stage. Danner off stage might do it, but they need to find a center to VipR. VipR still, he lights center to the island.
Wow, he
off the
still
island
died.
and the stage, and then dies. That's how damaged he was. And Aggz0's just running for his life. He recognizes, I just have to wait for VipR to pick up a weapon, and then I can start fighting again.
And both members of the blue team are just completely going after Aggz0 right now, but VipR's not
doing such a great job.
any hits. Aggz0 is doing a great job, but that was like one of the first hits that VipR has found. Because I think VipR is also worried about hitting his teammate too, because they're all just kind of clumped together in this cluster.
Aggz0 gets hit by that Sair. It gets put into the Twilight Grove platform. Hermisen. Okay, Aerial's just keeping Aggz0 off the side so they can focus on VipR, realizing that chasing after Aggz0 wasn't working, and VipR is the one that's fighting, so they might as well fight back with the neutral stick into the combo! Aggz0 finding there, and we were talking about those stacked hits. Now red team's getting it. Koji neutral stick led directly into Aggz0's Nair, taking Aerial off the top. Hermisen on his last stock. not last stock of the best of 3. They are a lead in 1 game. If Hermisen can do this, it's a miracle. But VipR and Aggz0 look like they're ready to go into game number 3, and they do. Another nair from Aggz0, and Aggz0 playing beautifully. I semi-criticize Aggz0 for sometimes not, getting eliminated a little too quickly. And that was such an amazing adjustment.
That was a far cry
he was the first,
from those previous Aggz0
He was the first on the last stock, and he was in orange, but then you were just kind of like, wait a second, he's not getting hit. And they chased it. It was like it was a wild goose chase for at least 30 seconds, and where he wasn't getting hit.
You could have played the Benny Hill theme on
that's
that.
exactly what I was thinking.
And it would have looked absolutely perfect. It would have fit so well. Aggz0 just, oh no, I'm going over here. Oh, am I going over? Oh, no.
And Twilight Grove is such an appropriate stage for that kind of behavior, besides, say, Blackguard Keep, because if you're not running between the 2 platforms on Blackguard Keep, you can run around the island in circles.
Yes.
And it can be exhausting. And usually the key to that is being able to do some sort of weapon starve thing, and there's also wall slip, so eventually with the touch, then you can punish it, right? You can play a slower game. But in 2s, there's another person that's chasing after you that's going to be able to hit you. And at any time, Aggz0 could turn around and mix it up, and then all of a sudden you find yourself losing your stock on the right side of the stage. So now we're brought to a stage where that kind of behavior is not nearly as
It's not going to be tolerated here. You will not be able to get away with that. Even aside from the island, oh, look at this team combo coming from Hermisen and Aerial. Hermisen with the axe in his hand. Aerial now picking up a hammer, but that combo was with the unarmed kit. But he even had those soft platforms to go to touch and reset his jumps so he could continue going. He didn't have to go back to the main platform. So Twilight Grove was just perfect for that. Mammoth Fortress, he's not going to have quite as much luck. There is the 1 soft platform, but aside from that, he's going to have to retreat back to the wall.
Ooh, recovery from Aggz0 puts Hermisen beneath the stage. Aerial and Aggz0 so heavily damaged, and Aerial goes off so early. I'm surprised that KO'd on Mammoth Fortress. Of all stages, that side just barely being able to take out Aerial. Sentinel's not the squishiest legend when it comes to the defense stats.
Sentinel is pretty tanky, and it's rare for Aerial to be the first one to fall.
The grab
oh my gosh, that could have led
and they all
to the
managed to recover.
Insanely early kill if he would have hit that and not gotten that interrupted with the dair.
He did that chase dodge upwards to be able to find that recovery on the Aerial, and Aerial's taking so much damage.
Aerial's almost dead again.
VipR and Aggz0 look beautiful on Mammoth Fortress here, and he dodges in place to be able to go. He's looking for the stop. D-Light Sair does manage to connect, doesn't KO, but the weapon toss from Aerial will finish it, and Aggz0 knows it. No, he doesn't know. Oh, wait. Oh my God, he got the dive kick. He got the dive kick. I didn't.
He's still alive.
I cannot believe he held on to all
And he gets the ground pound.
These are the games where Aggz0, you see how valuable Aggz0 is as a teammate in this VipR Aggz0 combo, because sometimes it's just kind of like, wait a second. I thought you were the one that we were supposed to be killing first. How is this happening? Aggz0 is now the stock tank. VipR completely clean on the stock. Aggz0 finally gets taken out, but Aerial's so close to death here, and VipR confidently putting up down signatures without getting punished. Has both Aerial and Hermisen on the right side of the stage. Nair is being exchanged for Pogo Stick. Hermisen's doing a good job of trading evenly with VipR. Aerial's just holding on. Falling Sair.
You're seeing those coming
the
in.
Side stick held just long enough for Aerial to fall onto the tip of the arrow.
The first one missed, but the second one was able to connect, and Aerial is on his final stock. This is a Game 3 situation in the loser's bracket. This is tournament stock at this point for Aerial. Hermisen almost getting sent to the top blast zone with that down air. Now we're seeing him come in onto VipR, hits the neutral into the weapon toss, into a nair. Some solid damage coming out onto VipR, but Aggz0 somehow is surviving so well. He's dipping in and around all of these moves. VipR going under the stage as well. Aerial trying to find that hammer recovery, doesn't find it. There's a stomp side air from Aggz0 into the side stick. Aggz0 didn't quite get his own side stick, but still good damage nonetheless. He's basically going to ground pound himself into death when he was right next to the wall, but it's 3 stocks to 2.
Because he landed the recovery, and the hammer recovery is a reversal, right? So he's going to bring him down into the stage. He went for the ground pound, and he just held it a little too long. He was like, oh, I never touched. This fell to his death. That could be troublesome. If they get VipR KO'd and they focus on the Aggz0, it's anything can happen off stage. And now Aggz0 finds himself off stage against Aerial, and Aerial goes for the neutral stick. Doesn't. No, he's not connected to Aggz0. Aggz0 finding more damage on the Hermisen. VipR just putting up these down sticks to see if he can catch anybody trying to reach forward, but they're finding a lot of damage on the Aggz0 now. Over the side stick
charged up! Aerial comes in, gets a little bit of a punish onto VipR. Hermisen still is alive,
but he's
left in the 1v2 situation in the red. You're seeing those charge signatures coming out from VipR. He's done work with them so far, picked up a number of kills. Who's going to be the one to lead the charge? Are they going to even lead the charge off stage? Beautiful down air. Aggz0 moving in, picks up the down air. Game 3 goes the way of VipR and Aggz0. The story there was Aerial taking so much damage and falling so early, and then Aggz0 doing